Hello once again everyone, welcome to my Hideaway League coverage. Today I'm fighting Titan, the psychic type gym leader. I think I've got a pretty good team here, but in my naivety I make a few bad plays. Because this is my first gym battle of the Hideaway League. This was done a couple of months ago, so I only just managed to find a way to record it now. So I hope you enjoy the coverage. So he leads off with Mew. A fantastic lead for a mono-psychic type team, and I think, hey, I'll counter it by using a dark type, but I completely forget that Mew can learn pretty much every single TM there is, and I get Will-O-Wisps, I get burned, but I do get to set up my Stealth Rocks, which they don't give me much of an advantage here, but yeah, it's still something I thought I would help. As I said, I'm quite naive in this battle, but hopefully I get better. So he sets up on his own Stealth Rocks. Again, he's making the best plays he can. I go for the Ice Beam because it's the only non-physical move I have, and fantastically, I get the freeze first turn. Mew Synchronize does not go off because I'm already burned. The smart thing to do here would be to switch out and go into something like my Landorus, knock off the leftovers, get some really good damage and start getting some momentum up, but unfortunately I don't do this, and I spend the next few turns just spamming Pursuit, waiting for him to switch out, but because by this point I reckon that Titan has basically decided that his Mew has done its work, and it's dead weight at this point. I believe it's got, from the other battles I've had with him, I believe it's got Will-O-Wisp, Stealth Rocks, Soft Boiled, and Knockoff. I think that's what it's got. I can't quite remember, but yeah. So basically, the next few turns, I believe it was like 6-7 turns, I spend just trying to slowly whittle this Mew down. Its leftovers are getting quite annoying at this point. I'm just hoping for the crit with Stone Edge to negate to nullify the attack reduction from the burn. But by this point, yeah, he's pretty much already planned his next few turns. I could have gotten so much momentum up here, but hindsight is 2020, and when I was in the zone there, I was quite nervous. I was quite panicking because obviously it was my first gym leader, and Titan has this fantastic thing on his posts where he has his win and loss rate, and he only had one loss when this video was when I had this battle, so that was very daunting. So I had that, like unspoken pressure upon me as well. But yeah. So he switches into his Jirachi, which is Choice Scarfed, and he's just going to immediately go for an Iron Head here to take me out. And I'm just going to let him because, much like the Mew, the Tyranitar here is dead weight. So I can't remember what I switched into. What do I switch into? I switched into my Landorus T. Hopefully going to get a knockoff here. Get the Intimidate drop. I know he's going to switch out because got the Intimidate drop from the Landorus T. He switches out into his Slowbro, which has got the Rocky Helmet. I go for the knockoff because I predict him going into the Slowbro. So this is going to deal super effective damage. Get rid of the item. I thought it was going to be leftovers, but it turns out to be the Rocky Helmet, which is a fantastic item for a team that is quite physical attacking, like my team. So I go into Spin Cycle my Rotom, because, electric trumps water. But I don't expect him to be faster, which was quite a shock to me. I can't remember if I ended up going for Volt Switch. I remember debating for a while whether or not to go for Volt Switch or Toxic. Oh no, he got the attack on because I switched in. Yeah, I debated for ages whether or not to go for the Toxic or the Volt Switch. I should have gone for the Volt Switch, but instead I went for the Toxic. No, the Will-O-Wisp. This is my Will-O-Wisp-ing Rotom wash. I completely forgot. This battle was done like the end of October, maybe November, like middle of November, last year in 2016. So I get the burn off on this Cresselia. The Toxic would have been better because that is damage that piles up over time, but I took the wrong Rotom, admittedly. And at this point, I should have just switched out. I should have Volt switched here and gone out into my Metagross, because I knew the Toxic was coming, but I didn't do it, and I don't know why. It was really, really stupid of me. I'm thinking back now, my Jolteon would have been good here as well, just for getting the Signal Beam off and the Shadow Ball off, which would have been very, very good. I think I use Volt Switch here. Yeah, I use Volt Switch. And what do I go? I think I go into Metagross. Yeah, I go into Metagross. Dial up my Metagross. This is my Assault Vest variant. Got Bullet Punch, Meteor Mash, Pursuit, and Earthquake. So I believe I go for the Pursuit here, because I predict it's switching out. I think it's going to switch out here, so I'm going to go for the Pursuit. I think that'll be the best bet here. Which I reckon he would, which is fantastic. So the Pursuit takes out this Cresselia. I don't know if he was expecting that. I think the crit did help because Cresselia is tanky, even with that Pursuit power getting doubled on the switch out. So the Goddess comes in, the Arceus, Psychic type Arceus. I know it's got Recover, Calm Mind, Flamethrower, and Judgment because he used all 4 variants of the move on me. But he starts setting up his Calm Mind, so I start going for the Pursuit. Maybe Earthquake would have been better here because it's got higher base power, but I keep going for the Pursuit, which is stupid. And I'm letting him set up as well, which again is still very, very stupid. I go for my Meteor Mash here, hoping to get the attack rise. We do a hefty amount of damage to this thing. Judgment. +2 Judgment from an Arceus. Now you're thinking this is going to sting, but in actual fact it barely does anything to dial up because we are Steel and Psychic. We Clawed Resist its stab move. It's going to go for the Recover here. So this was before I realized it would have Recover. I thought he was going to switch out, which is why I would go for my Pursuit, but in hindsight I should have just kept going for Meteor Mash, because I could have easily gotten more attack rises from it. So I believe at this point, I think, he's definitely not going to go for another he's not going to switch, so I try Meteor Mash, but I miss, and he goes for Flamethrower. Now this is super effective Flamethrower. It takes me down to 36 points of health. Thankfully, we don't get knocked out, and we're able to bring in another Meteor Mash against this thing. But it's going to kill me next turn, so I go for the Bullet Punch, hoping to get just a little bit more chip damage onto this thing, but unfortunately, letting this Arceus set up on me is going to be my downfall in this match. So, Metagross is knocked out. I send the Sugimori, my Gengar, my Mega Gengar. So, I Mega Evolve. He's my Uber for this match. I send him in, my shiny Mega Gengar. And I go for the Shadow Ball. No, I go for the Protect this turn. Which was stupid, because he goes for Recover. At this point, I remember realizing that, there's no way I'm going to win here, so I just let fate wash over me in the judgmental glory that is +2 Arceus sweeping me. So for my first battle on the Hideaway League, I think I did okay-ish. I could have done better, I could have played better. I switched into Landorus T here, thinking that Knockoff will remove the Psychic Plate, the Mind Plate from Arceus, but it doesn't work. The plates on Arceus work the exact same way as like Mega Stones or Z Crystals. So Calyrexian is destroyed here, and then I think Spin Cycle is my final mon here. And he goes for Recover, which just adds insult to injury. Oh, sorry. So I go for this Pain Split here, hoping to get, you know, just something off of this Arceus. But it's over. It's over before it began. So I'm just going to let the rest of this play out, and you can just see like the inevitable defeat that was this game. So I hope you enjoyed this match. There'll be more soon. If you've liked the video, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to see more. There'll be more coverage of the Hideaway League very, very soon. And I will see you all in the next battle. Goodbye, ladies and gents. Goodbye.